Hello my dear friends, this is PaintyKat. My name is Catherine. Today we're going to paint winter landscape with a Christmas tree. We're starting here with imprimatur again, painting with acrylic. Let me demonstrate you a little bit in actual speed. You can see I'm painting really slow because I need good coverage. I'm not putting much water in my mix of white, yellow medium and carmine. Yes, this creamy color, it's a mix of three: titanium white, medium yellow and carmine. And you can mix not completely, some different tiny shades can be visible here, so it's not just a flat one color imprimatur as we had on previous tutorial with the three candies. There we had just one color, and today it's a little bit one step further in imprimatur. Next step, we have to dry it completely. You can make some of canvases you have at home ready to paint in the future, so in one go you can create, canvases with the different colors of imprimatur and have it ready to work. So what step we actually starting here? Imprimatur have to be dried completely and we're ready to transfer our sketch. Sketch you can find on Patreon, and on a previous tutorial with the candies we had black color as a primer and we used chalk to transfer, white color to transfer. Here we have light color for primer layer, so I'm using just a pencil. For sketch transferring, this way I already demonstrated and you can find tutorial about it on my channel, very short one. I'm using colorful pen, red pen, just to see what lines I already followed and what I still need to do. Okay, let me see, let me complete this process. Also, important moment, if you're short on your time, you can skip those small cottage, this small house on a middle ground, and you can complete this tutorial without house there, because it's taking, this detail taking lots of time. Next, you can see now all lines I have on my canvas and we're ready to paint, to work with our paints. For this tutorial we need very small number of paints, of colors, it's just 5 of them. Of course we have white and black, usually for every tutorial you need these colors, and also it's just three colors plus it's a yellow medium, phthalo blue and carmine. If you have no phthalo blue, you can get cobalt blue, also will do. First, we mixing phthalo blue plus carmine and we looking for blueberries color. Very dark, very juicy. After you got it, put there also tiny amount of black. We have to get saturation a little bit down, so we have to add a bit amount of black and also lots of white. This shade we're looking for here for this tutorial, and this mix I will use a lot. Proportions can be different. Your shade can be a bit more blue or contain a little bit more carmine, it doesn't matter. But in general, color like a blueberries with less saturation and a fair amount of white. Dark color, right? Today also I wanna teach you how I'm looking for sky color. This sky little bit difficult to catch, because it's a time when in a winter evening sun went beyond the horizon line, but we still have halo. So we still have those colors, a little bit of carmine, a little bit of red, and maybe yellow halo close to horizontal line. I really want to create today a landscape with a very warm and cozy feeling, with a Christmas mood in it. That's why we have imprimatura with this color, warm color, like a slightly orange, right? Creamy, I'd say. First, I started paint with mix blueberry with white and black. In this moment, it's not possible to catch tone of shade correct. You can go for too deep color or you can go for too light color. That's not possible to understand until we will put more colors and details on our canvas. So first it's a dark color. I'm going closer to horizontal line, so I put more white in my mix and going closer to horizontal line with this shade. Acrylic now very easy to blend because I have fair amount of water in my mix. I'm using no any special mediums in it, just water. See? It can look even half transparent, and that's why under layer, those imprimatura layer, very important for us for this landscape, because this color, this creamy color, will highlight all painting from inside. Next, I'm going closer and closer to horizontal line, and for color here I mixed yellow medium plus a bit of carmine and white, no any blue here, and I'm going up, meeting those blue, and will blend color a little bit with my fingers because I want to check how it's looking on a mix. Important moment here, when you will blend yellow medium and blue, you'll get green, right? Don't be scared, that's usual color, what we can see, what we can notice on a sky when a sun going down behind a horizontal line. It's a tiny greens there, but interesting moment when we enjoying sunset on the sky. We really keeping lots of attention on yellow colors, on red colors, because it's looking really beautiful, but we're not too attentive to those slight greens accent that actually possible to find on evening sky. So if it's possible for you, go on a street in evening time and check and watch how sunset looking on the sky. Please do it, it's very interesting. You can find there so many shades of green. I don't want to see much of green on my sunset here, on my evening sky here, so I mixed lots of white in this mix and still mixing with my brush or with my fingers. This way it's possible to move your painting to those way you looking for. Some of my tutorials really looking as a recipe, let's say as a cooking recipe. Take this shade, mix this way, and you'll get the result. But I really want you to demonstrate how I'm looking for proper colors by myself. Usually I'm going this way. I'm trying different shades. I can blend a little bit with my finger. If I don't like some mix, I can change it a little bit. I can remove some of colors, for example, if it's not those that I'm looking for. And this way I'm moving closer and closer to colors I like. And don't be scared about patching. Of course, when we're blending with the fingers, we can get some patchy areas on a sky, but after we finding colors we like, we enjoying, we will do final blending process later. Look, now I'm happy with the result. I really like how it's looking. So it's time for blending. This way, better to use wider flat brush I'm using for color searching here way too narrow. Of course, we have to pick up wider brush. Let me get a bit more water on top and a little bit more here. I don't want to speed up now because I want to demonstrate you the whole process, how to create interesting landscape with really beautiful skies. So this time I'm picking up wider brush. It's IKEA brushes, short, but I really like to blend with it. So now I'm working with a fair amount of water and blending colors. When you're moving from very dark area, dark line on top, when you're moving closer to horizon, clean your brush and blend again. Clean your brush and blend again. Don't mix too much colors from different areas of your sky. This is complete process. So look how much time I'm spending on blending. I'm blend till colors really smooth. Don't be scared about acrylic drying too fast. It's actually not so. If it's a Chinese acrylic, it can be, but if it's just a usual normal acrylic, I'm using student grade acrylic, local, it's calling Laraga here. And if I'm putting nice amount of water, color acrylic can dry for 20-30 minutes to complete dry. If you find out your acrylic too fast on drying, probably you have too hot air around you. Here where I'm living now, it's a winter time, so I'd say kinda cold air around me, and 30 minutes, yeah, it's a time when layer drying, I'd say almost completely. So we have enough time to experiment with the colors, to search colors we like, and blend after everything really smooth. Also, I put a little bit of mix carmine plus white, those kind of cold red. I put it very close to horizontal line because I just love this tiny cold accent in a sun lightning. Next, I picked up a brush. It's a natural Bristol brush. All materials I'm using, I will left links for you in a description. And now we have to paint with a half dry brush technique. That's when we have not much water in a mix just the same. It's phthalo blue plus carmine plus black plus white. You can see I'm working on my palette and I'm touching just a top layer of surface. I'm not trying to rub color deeply in a canvas. I'm just scratching canvas with my half dry brush This way, brush strokes will look half transparent and really gentle. And also, it's giving colors, those colors we put under, it's visible through our trees and fir tree. Next, I wanna try a little bit of snow color. I just wanna make it visible. Let me try. Yeah, I'm kinda like it. It's just the same shade as before, but plus more white. Also, I changed my brush. It's a flat brush. I'm working on a horizontal surface. It's a snow around. Again, not too much water. I'm trying not to rub in color into canvas too much. Leave some of creamy color still visible. We will work on a snow a bit later, but now I have to put some areas with the snow visible already for me, because this way I will understand better what tone, what color I will need to choose for small house on a middle ground. Oh, I like this color, like a violet snow on the right side. Next, I will work with my flat brush again. Mix, it's a creamy white plus yellow medium plus carmine. House sketch lines not too visible for me now, but I think I will be okay. If you blended all sketch lines and it's not visible, but you need it to create a house, it's possible to dry canvas, put your sketch again and transfer lines again. So if you not sure in your own hands, if you wanna to know shape of house to see, you need to see it on your canvas, you can transfer sketch lines second time. First, I'm painting with a light color. I have to plan this building. So it's a roof with a light color, and for walls I will pick up dark shade, of course. I'm working with a just edge of brush at the moment. Also, as I told from the start, if you have around 1 hour for painting and you wanna to get complete result after 1 hour of painting, you have to skip this building just to create here maybe 1 or 2 bushes more, or maybe a tree on the horizon, and that's it. I had experience to paint with one of my favorite artists, it's Janchik, and we created a landscape with lavender fields. There was really small building on medium ground, and I can tell you I spent 1/3 time of our lesson I spent it on a really small house in a middle ground. It's a tiny area, but we had to create so many details here. It's a roof, it's lots of windows, it's a hollow around, so be careful with it. Even if area of house, size of house small, it will take a lot of attention and a lot of paint from us. As you can see now, I'm planning walls with blueberry color again, blueberry plus bit of black and white. Also, I hope it's visible for you, because I'm mixing colors, portions of colors each time it's new. So from step to step, shade of those blueberry color can be slightly different. Sometimes it's contain more blue, sometimes it's contain more carmine. It's really not a mistake. It's not something you have to fix. We're not a machine, right? We can't mix exactly same proportion each time. And doesn't matter if it's an oil or a gouache or watercolor, each time we're mixing a bit different. And this moment, giving every painting even more interesting moments. It's a different accents, it's a different shades, it's shining so well, and on final result looking more interesting than just a machine print or something that artist created in a Photoshop. There we can pick exact color as we used before, right? But on paintings that we're creating by our hands, that's not possible. We have to mix each time it can be a bit different. So this way also each painting is unique. So that's also nice moment about paintings with our own hands, isn't it? Now I switched on a smaller brush, number 1, and I have to plan small details now, and also important, reserve windows without any blue color. Don't fill it with blue color. Leave there those creamy underpainting. If you covered everything, again, size of building kind of small here, it can be covered completely. So I will demonstrate also how to fix it. If you reserved windows as I do, very nice. If you don't, let me demonstrate how to get back your windows. I have to plan the basic shape first, and after we will talk about some details. Also important moment for this composition, for this landscape, it's I'm not using clear white. On any moment here, it's always warm white plus yellow, medium and carmine. Only clear white possible to use for final snow, when we will put a final snow dots. So look, I'm always mixing warm color. It's not a clear white. Okay, now I like the shape of a roof. Let me blend a little bit with my finger. I like this technique, blending with fingers. I think it's giving really interesting details. And also what we can get from finger blending. It's an interesting moment when objects far from us, we can't really see see the sharp edges between light and dark. When we're painting with a brush or with a pencil, it's possible to create sharp lines between light and shadow there. But this way detailing there will be too much, and objects with sharp lines between shadow and a dark will jump on a foreground. So we have to keep lines there between shadow and dark, kinda blended, kinda blurred, I'd say. It's not a theme of building, of small house. It's not a project of a future building where you need to see each detail very clear. Some stairs can look irregular, uneven. English is not my native language, and each time I have to think if I'm commenting clear enough for you. But hopefully you're catching idea, right? Objects on a distance can be blurred a little bit and not too accurate. This will give life in those details. And of course, if you have time, if for you it's possible, go on a nature, go on a street somewhere and find these real buildings, make some photos. Also nice to find some reference photos in internet, and to pick up some details from there. About photo, be really careful with it, because photo giving sharp details, focus there can be moved from the foreground to the background or to the middle ground. People watching in a different way, we usually concentrating our view on a main detail, but main detail we haven't on this composition yet. It will be later when we will create Christmas tree. And we can't detail similar way in each area of painting. Small houses really adorable and it's lots of fun to paint, but please keep in mind, if you have too detailed, really well painted, sharp, contrasted object on a middle ground, it can pull attention of viewer from the center of composition, from the main idea. So it's what we need to be careful with, but in general, just let's have fun with the house we painting right now. I already have the main shape, so it's time to move to detailing, and I wanna give you two ways for window frames. First, you can use the same shade, not saturated blackberry, but also you can put there more carmine in this mix. This way you'll get a slightly brown shade, and if window frame painted with not saturated brown, I'd say, so it's same mix, it's a carmine plus yellow medium plus phthalo blue and black, but more carmine there. It's looking more shiny. Window, in my view, window when frames there more warm toned, more brownish, it's looking more light, more shining. But it's up to you. I want to demonstrate you lots of ways how to create compositions or paintings you like, what effect we can get if we're using this mix or those mix, but in the end, this is your own choice, what mixes you creating, because again, I can demonstrate to you how to mix, but exact mix, exact shade, it's really depends on your own taste. and work on palette, same important as work with brush strokes on your canvas. I know lots of beginners not thinking about it, really paying more attention on type of brushes, on brush strokes, on techniques, but not really attentive to palette work. But palette mixing, work with the shades, with the color combinations, it's the same important as a brush stroke techniques. Okay, now I'm detailing a bit more because now roof was looking too flat. I add a little bit of shadows here and blending all together now. I think this way it's looking better. Again, not so contrasted as before. Acrylic colors, it's half transparent most of the time, even if it's looking like a good coverage when we're working with it right now, but still remember acrylic contains water inside, and when it's drying, layer of acrylic, it's thinner and thinner. When it's dry, it's really like half transparent, can be, depends on color and mixes. And even if we putting like 2-3 layers, underpainting layer imprimatura will be still visible a little bit and will give a really warm shine from inside. I'm blending also some areas looking patchy a little bit. I can add more water on my brush and blend colors that already here. If I like how area looking, but I don't like too patchy elements, I can blend a little bit. And important, I still want to demonstrate to you what to do if you missed any details. You already covered it with the dark colors, but really wanna see there, maybe window, maybe some light areas. It can be snow elements, snow areas where you understood you want to see light here, but it's already too dark. What to do? First, we have to dry this area completely, and after we're using clear white. Yes, in general, for this composition, I'm using only warm tone of white. It's a mix of tiny amount yellow, medium, carmine and white. But if you're fixing something, if you need to create lighter area than you have right now, you have to put just a clear white. For this tutorial, I'm using a titanium white. And let this area dry. Again, acrylic will be looking half transparent, so for sure, if you're getting areas light back, you will need to create more than one layer, that's for sure. Titanium white have better coverage compared to zinc white. And yes, for this tutorial I'm using titanium white, and also what I like about it, it's by itself titanium white have a warm undertone. It's not that visible really, but if you will put on the same palette zinc white and a titanium white, you will see that titanium have a warm undertone and zinc have cold undertone. Zinc really nice if we wanna, for example, paint really cold-looking landscape, frozy one. This way we can use it, but also we have to remember about coverage. Titanium have better coverage. If you have to fix something, if you want to get back areas as a light, better to use titanium, right, as a patch. Let it dry, put another layer, and after you can color. You can color this area in any shade you like. Color will look really clear and juicy, let's say. I think this house looking good enough right now. I mean, not just good enough for moving to another step of tutorial. We have to put on a foreground detail that the most important here. It's a fir tree, it's a Christmas tree, and we will start with a really dark shade. This time it's absolutely the same combination, carmine plus phthalo blue plus black, but this way I will put a little bit of more carmine, not so bluish color, and almost no white in this mix. Don't be afraid to paint with a really dark color here, because later on top we will put snow, lots and lots of different color of snow. I'm working with a small brush, it's a small flat brush, and don't create a Christmas tree with just a long strokes, like from the start of branch till the end. Work with a really short brush strokes, tap it, you know, like tap, 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 like you're doing a lots of footsteps with your small brush. This way, fir tree, this Christmas tree will look more natural. And you can see color kind of dark, really. And after this Christmas tree will dry, you will see the actual color of the shade and a tone of the shade, because I have light, electric light above my painting, so probably you can't see the shade clear enough. Also, I'm trying to fill up small areas inside of your tree. I don't need to have here lots of holes or some patches of underpainting layer. Yeah, something like this. I'm not too accurate, right? Looking like I'm not accurate at all. So try to do the same way. Imagine you really are on a rush, you're hurrying up to create this tree. Okay, now I will let me see my fir tree. Yeah, I think it's looking fine. And now I can understand what tone of snow I have to put on a middle ground. It's a question of shadow and light here. We can't catch a correct tone for shadows on a snow, on a background, on a foreground, before we have here actually the darkest element. Darkest detail here, it's a Christmas tree. It's already here, so now we have to paint snow. Snow is white, and it's the most tricky moment, and it's not possible to paint white snow on a white paper or canvas. We have to put shadows, and the most flat, I'd say, the most flat and not interesting colors to create a snow, it's a gray or just a blue. I actually like when kids painting snow with just a blue or gray. Personally, I prefer blue, of course. You know, I have a kids, so I have lots of snowy landscapes that my little son painting for me, and basically choosing blue for shadows, for snowman, for example. And blue also really nice when we painting daytime for snow landscape. But today we painting evening, and in the evening shadows more violet. And after we will put here shadow areas. On top of it we will add also lighter colors to create snow. Also, I will paint here one more year tree. And next I'm trying for color. I'm searching for color for snow. It's a middle tone for it. And for middle tone of snow, let me try again. Yeah, I like it more. It's almost no carmine in it. Tiny bit, just a tiny bit. It's a light blue. So mix, it's a phthalo blue plus just a tiny bit of carmine and white. If you find out that color really colorful, too saturated, you can add a tiny bit of black as well. And now we going on top of shadows and blending this color, creating middle tone for snow. Brush strokes can be longer here, and also you can rub in this color with your fingers. When you rub in color in, effect will be really soft. Also, I wanna search what color for light on snow I wanna see here. And I told you I'm not gonna go for clear white, so it's need to be a mix with yellow medium. Don't pick up yellow lemon here. Even yellow medium looking too cold and like with a yellow undertone in it. Imagine it's a yellow medium looking, so with white. So I have to add a tiny bit of carmine. I added it straight on a canvas and mix with wet acrylic. Also, I can help to acrylic to spread better, to go deeper into the canvas with my fingers. Just rub a little bit. Put it deeper in a structure. I like how this color looking now, really warm. Finger blending also giving much softer edges where I used this technique. Even if I'm covering under a layer imprimatura with a top cover, with a top layer, oops, too much carmine, let me blend with more white and blend with my fingers. Some patches on the snow can be more yellow or more carmine. Right now we have just to keep it in mind, but later when we will complete almost all areas here and we will put snow on top of Christmas tree, we will add also decorations. So it's gonna be round shaped ornaments, I believe. I'm gonna use really clear colors for them, pastel colors. I think it's gonna be carmine plus white, yellow plus white, and phthalo blue plus white, but colors for ornaments. I'm gonna keep it really clear. So reflections from those colors can be visible on a snow as well. So don't be scared if white snow looking too colorful and have a different color accents on a different areas. It can be, and it can look more interesting in the end than just one color everywhere. I really like how this warm snow looking together with a phthalo blue plus white. Really interesting combination, you can see it here. Phthalo blue plus white, looking too cold in my view, so most of the time I'm also adding there a bit of black, just a tiny bit, and carmine as well. It's like a blueberry with cream, very light shade. Imagine you created a cocktail with a blueberry and put there lots and lots of milk, and this color we're looking on a palette, we're searching there. Fluffy snow. Right now you can create patchy areas. Later we will blend them together with a wet brush. Don't try to blend it really nice now. Just to plan areas with the color. This shade more warm tone. See, it's really more like violet, and blending with a wet brush, that's what I mean. You just have a clear brush, put it in a water, control watery of brush with napkin in your left hand, and blend snow everywhere where you don't really like sharp edges between different areas. I'm just blending. Can add more color somewhere where I noticed area not coverage with the color. Let me blend a little bit here as well. My moves now really intense. Next, it's again one of my favorite brushes, small-sized natural Bristol. Again, I'm searching for white but warm-toned, and look, it's looking just a white on a canvas. That's a really tricky part, because if you just watching a final result without a process, you can really miss this idea, colors looking different. It depends from the colors around. Colors around here really deep and blue. So warm-toned white, looking more whiter than it is on a palette. It's so creamy on a palette, but looking white on my painting. Moves really soft. I'm touching with a half dry brush. Imagine like I'm trying to remove something from my canvas. Like I was eating here a bread and the tiny pieces on it on top of my canvas, and I'm trying to remove it with my paintbrush. That's how we're moving our hand. And I'm covering different details, touching here and there. Now you are a magician. You have a magic stick with a snow like a Father Frost. You're touching different objects here and there, trees and a house, some windows, some snow patches, and you're putting frozen on it, frozen on top. Try to touch gently. If you're feeling like your brush strokes covering too well, that means you have, it's actually two moments can be. First, too much paint on your brush, so remove extra paint with a napkin, like you're trying to clean your brush but not completely, and try to paint again. Try to feel amount of paint on your brush. That's the first moment. And second moment, it can be too much water in your color mix. This way, also, this soft touch, this soft half transparent layer can be tricky to do. You need to mix colors again, mix again, because when you're mixing, it's drying a little bit, and next try it again on some area on your painting. Same way we have to do to deal with the trees on the left side of composition. Also here can be some bushes, but again all shapes they're very soft, they have no sharp edges. Let me touch a little bit here to create fluffy, really soft snow. I'm really feeling myself as a Father Frost or Santa Claus. Like, you know, I visited this small village and I find out too less snow here. And I'm touching all areas on the landscape with my magic stick, covering all trees with the snow. Here we go. Details here close to our windows can look more yellow because of light from the windows. Also, but now I'm going with a smaller brush. I have to cover fir trees on the background with the snow. Areas here so tiny, so big brush with a natural bristle. Nah, way too big here. I can't mess up with some details, so better to go for less size of brush. I'm blending a little bit. About light direction here, you can notice probably in the center I have a fir tree. It's have a light from right side, and on a tree I'm working right now, it's a light from left side. But here, center of the light, it's a house. It's a small house. So that's why these trees have light from the different sides. Also important to remember when we have this time of evening, It's looking like light going from nowhere and from everywhere sometimes. It's because of those soft light that we still have from the sun. From the sun that already went behind horizon, but still lighting a little bit. It's a really soft light and also snow reflecting really hard, so some light direction not possible to analyze completely. But here I have a house as well, so it's giving a light here. It's a time now to add a snow on a Christmas tree, but I'm not going with the lightest shade straight away. First I will plan areas where I will have a snow and shade for this layer kind of deep, I'd say, for snow color. I have so many mixes already on my palette, so now it's really easy to pick color that we already have on a painting. This time again it's a combination of blue, phthalo blue, black, white, bit of carmine, looking like a grayish something. Let me to plan snow. My move's kind of rough now, right? I'm like not accurate at all. And another interesting moment here. It's a dark blue color, lots of phthalo blue here. Look, really nice color, right? Really colorful. But why it's not green, you may ask me. And I can tell you, in the evening time, human eye can't get exact color, really true color of objects. We saying here around me, like in the night time all cats are gray, which means no matter what color you looking at evening time, when we have almost no light, all colors will look like desaturated, much less saturated as in a daytime. It's because we have this human eyes. It's not a photo eye, let's say, right? So again, if you have a time, take a walk around at nighttime, try to analyze what colors around you know well, some houses maybe, and how it's looking. In the nighttime, you will notice lots of objects in the nighttime looking as a blue, just as a blue or dark gray. I really like how this phthalo blue sitting here on a fir tree. And this time I'm already picking more white, much more white, but again it's not absolutely white from the tube. I'm always mixing. Look, more yellow and more white again, creamy one. And let's cover our Christmas tree with the snow. And look how different this shade looking on a painting. Because of a contrast, because of a dark sky behind, color looking here much more white than on my palette. And let's just cover Christmas tree with the snow, layer by layer, branch by branch. more light on the right side and less light, just a spots of light on the left side of Christmas tree. It's not looking at Christmas, right? Until we will put here some decorations. Okay, let's add more white. Same area where I mixed colors before, so there's still a bit of previous mix. Again, it's not exactly white, not just clear white from the tube. I put those white on a place on palette where I already have some warm tone. Blending bit, but in general, lots and lots of white in this mix. If we will use just a clear white, it will look too cold on this tree. Some areas possible to blend a bit with fingers again. Just a tiny bit. I'm not too accurate, right? But it's not a mistake. I don't want to create too accurate tree because it's looking not really natural. Looking as I'm not trying to do my best, but it's also tricky thing about it. We not always have to be accurate. Try to create some brush strokes as it was done accidentally, something like this. Your painting will look more lightweight this way. And let's blend a little bit white in the snow around. Oh, now I have this feeling of Christmas tree. Cover it well with the snow. Again, don't put too much water in your mix, and sometimes just try to scratch, like you're scratching with your brush, your painting. I will correct a little bit shape of my fir tree from the left side, because there I noticed that I missed some patches of under layer of imprimatura. I have to cover it, but just a little bit, you know. What I like about acrylic, you're able to do everything at any area in any time. If you noticed you missed something, you can add it, this detail, you can cover, you can fix everything in any time. That's not possible, for example, with watercolor. There we have to be really accurate, because just one accident drop of color can destroy your watercolor completely. Also about gouache, even it's just a clear water drop on a sky, for example, after it will dry, it will be unnoticeable spot after even just a clear water. Acrylic possible to fix, possible to bring new details anytime you like, just anytime you like. That's why I actually can recommend acrylic as a starting paints for everyone who just beginning to learn how to mix and work with the colors, because it's possible to paint on a paper, it's possible to paint in a watercolor way also, it's possible to paint close to oil techniques, everything possible with acrylics. Also, look how nice it's looking on a canvas. And which is the most important for beginners, I believe. In any time you can fix just any detail with acrylic. And a nice coverage, of course. Nice coverage of acrylic as well. Now I have my line brush. Also, it can be known as one-stroke brush, because it's a have really long bristle. It's a small brush like number 0 or number 1. If you want to create really long lines with it, consistency of acrylic have to be kind of watery. Be accurate, acrylic can be not really extra watery, otherwise it can drop from your brush on your canvas, but paint have to be soft enough. And we're creating trees with the twigs and branches on middle ground. Just lines, just a tiny lines. Lines can cross each other. Also, let's add some of them here. Mix for it can be more gray than all colors we mixed before. Just to put a bit of extra black in your mix. Also, I will put here maybe some grass. Later we will add also frozen grass here with white strokes. But now let's add this one, dark ones. Same way on the right side, it's a tree here. Let's add twigs and branches. If trees somewhere far from us, twigs have to be tiny, so lines have to be very, very thin. It's not a dark color, not contrasted, not pulling attention from the central tree. See, watery mix going better, sliding better. Lines can be longer. Some trees also here. And on the right side again. Don't forget to cross some of brush strokes. This will look more natural. And the last one. Here, this bush we can see really close to us. So some of branches can be done with the same gray color, but for some of them, let's mix more brown color. Put in your gray, put there more carmine and yellow. When objects in the evening close to you, really close to you, you can see the actual color of it. So some twigs and branches can look still grayish, bluish, but some of them we can already see the actual color, which is brown. We haven't here a brown color at all. As I told you, we're using just 5 tubes. It's a phthalo blue, carmine and yellow, but when we're mixing carmine, yellow and black, we're getting brown shade. Everything dried now. I took 5 minutes break, maybe even 10 minutes. I got a cup of coffee because it's more than 1 hour of painting already. So it's actually healthy to make a breaks if you're working painting more than 40 minutes or maybe 1 hour. And actually also we're losing attention. Now I'm painting with just a clear white, titanium white from the tube on a separated palette. It's a new palette without any previous colors on it, but consistency kind of watery, so white will be transparent for sure. So warm toned colors will be highlight this white from inside. Now I'm painting with half dry, and also I want to demonstrate to you how to deal with more watery consistency. Look, these brush strokes now more watery, isn't it? Like have better coverage, going also in the middle of canvas. I'm rubbing this color a little bit with my finger. This way even more watery consistency of white will look really nice, because you're blending it, you're creating softer edges with your fingers, really nice. So you can combine half dry technique when you're scratching with a half dry brush with a white, and also you can use in some areas more watery consistency of white, but with a finger blending. This is very important. Okay, let me take one more final look, and let me add more frosty grass, maybe more frosty details, clear white, watery clear white again. We already have a nice amount of yellow and carmine here, so in general painting will look really soft and warm. I'm creating grasses, some twigs with my line brush, maybe some here. Some thin strokes here. Some grayish also. We'll mix a little bit white and gray together. I missed snow on the left side. Let me add it as well with a natural bristle brush. And it's just a time for decoration. It's up to you, my dear friends, and also it depends from the color you used before. If you used carmine, then better to mix carmine plus white. This way you get this soft pastel pink. This is a first decoration. Another color I'm gonna use, it's yellow plus white, also depends from the yellow you used before. If you used the same color as I do, yellow medium, Then this way just mix it with white. Very nice and shiny yellow we're getting. And it's another color of decoration. Also same color, white plus yellow, no any carmine this time in this mix. I will put a small dots, just a tiny small dots in each segment of window for shiny effect. And a little bit more yellow, just a tiny touches on the trees and plants and bushes that close to windows because of light, and blending a bit with my finger, and on the stairs a little bit. Okay, maybe a little bit more pink here as well. I like this mix of just yellow plus white and creamy. Looking so shiny. Stairs looking so welcoming, isn't it? I just want to go there and live there for Christmas. Next decoration layer, it's a phthalo blue plus white, just a clear phthalo blue from the tube with white. It can be lighter or darker, but in general I like pastel design. And also it's a decoration for the top. By the way, you can paint their star, but at my home I have just a ball as a decoration on top, so I created those one I have. Next, I wanna talk lots about snowing effect on it. I have a fun brush, I have a watery consistency of white, and I'm knocking on my finger really gentle. I had lots of questions after previous tutorial how to evade accident lines and spots that not looking round at all when you knocking with your brush. It's a two actually tricky parts here. First, knocking like not a lot of time. Take a watery consistency white and knock like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, not more. When you will knocking harder, trying to get all white from your brush, this way you will get not accurate snow. If you will knocking really gently and not trying knock harder, this way snow will look just as a round dots. I'm really accurate. I'm not trying to get lots of snow dots right now from just one knocking. I will better move to palette lots of time, more times, but I will get a really accurate, very slow, let's say slow looking snow. And some last details, it's smoke, a little bit. And also I have tradition, let's say, I have a kids at home. Before I was doing it with my daughter, but now she is old enough. She's not painting with me, she's painting by herself, but my little son still like to do it. And I wanna demonstrate you how your kids also can, touch your paintings. It's a shine around stars and Christmas decorations on a tree. Let them get some paint on a finger and put their prints there where you wanna see shine around decorations on a Christmas tree, as I demonstrated right now, on a top decorative element there, just looking as a shine. All my kids like to do it, and if we painting more Christmas trees, we will do it for sure in this year also. My dear friends, please share to me your painting. I have a Patreon, also Facebook and Instagram. Don't forget about #PaintyKat. Really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions, also ask me here on the comments. It was a PaintyKat. I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and bye bye.